Yitzhak Zilberstein says that in our days, where there's so many different things that are pulling out the kids out of Kaisle Beis Medrash, off the derech. There's so many things. So what could you do? You never know. Is it going to be bad friends? Is it going to be the internet? Is it going to be abuse, trauma? What could you do? He says there's something that parents can do. He says the derech haya'ila biyoter. The best way, the best chance out of all the chances is that the parents should bond themselves with kvalim shel ahava, with bonds of love to your children. Yes, you could have two kids, and one has an amazing relationship with mom and especially with dad, and they both end up in the same nisayon. They both get a smartphone, which is not hard to get, and one of them can watch it for whatever, and the other one can be miskaber, or can give it back to you, or open up to you about it. You give them emotional energy to be miskaber on their challenges. And if they get knocked down to the ground, you're the only chance for them to return, which is what we're all doing. So every child needs this. Every child needs to have this, even though we didn't get it when we were kids. And even though maybe some people think, I didn't need it. Maybe you don't need it. Today, our kids need it. They need emotional attachment, emotional memories. You need to hug them. You need to take them on trips. You need to have private time with them where they feel special. This is the armor that we could put around the nefesh hayeled, around the soul, the emotions of the kid, to give them the ability to withstand the tremendous challenges of this world. And I'm not saying it. Rabbi Yitzhak Zilberstein Shlita says it. So sein gesund. And we do anything for our kids. We'll pay for tutors. We'll pay so much for everything. Take them on a trip. Take a kid out for 2-3 days. Fly somewhere, just you and your kid. Give them emotional things that we know works. Like I said, if you could end up with your kid who you love by a sunset cruise with your arm around them and you're chilling with them or whatever on any level that makes sense for them. And you just say, I'm so proud to be your father. I'm proud to be your dad. I'm proud to be your mom. You make me so proud. This is armor to block them from when they hit a speed bump, when they hit a problem. And if the thing knocks them down, this is their way back. And you got nothing to lose. Full money back guarantee. This can only benefit our children. And our parents didn't think about taking us on special trips to show us how much they love us. They didn't even say it a lot of times. I love you. I'm so proud of you. But this is what our kids need. It's their emotional food. And we can't starve them because otherwise they're really at risk of finding someone who will give that to them. And we got to give them the authentic, real, kosher, beautiful love. There should be nothing that anybody says to them that they didn't hear from us. No compliment, no words of love, of admiration, affirmation, nothing that they didn't hear countless times from mommy and daddy. Otherwise, when they hear it from some whatever, it's going to have such an effect on them. It's going to be like, whoa, I feel so good inside. But if they hear everything from you on a constant basis, right, then it won't mean something when someone else says it if it's not good, kosher, authentic. And why don't people do this? They're worried. My kid's going to get spoiled. Kids don't get spoiled from this. Kids do not get spoiled from this at all. This is creating and building and raising healthy children who are going to be healthy adults and going to be able to withstand the difficulties that everybody goes through in life. You're giving them emotional armor. They don't become spoiled from emotional armor. They become spoiled when you give them stuff instead of emotional stuff. If you give them things instead of your love, if you buy them toys instead of spending time with them, if you buy them clothing that they want and you're not close to them, yeah, that's how they get spoiled. Because then what's giving them the emotional feeling inside? That they need stuff. That's what makes spoiled people. They need stuff. But if you're giving them the real emotional love, then it doesn't make a difference what you're buying for them and all that in order to get them to feel your love by providing for them and giving them. They don't need that. They're getting you. And when they get older and they get mature, they're going to realize it's you. It's like you're filling them up. You're making them strong. You're giving them muscle. And nobody can do that besides mommy and daddy. Right? We have therapists that are, I don't mean to take away their job, but ask the therapist. We have thousands of therapists dealing with adults who didn't get this at home when they were kids, right? Like the story of the 3 old ladies, right? They all turned 90, and they're comparing notes, and one says, my kid is so amazing for my 90th birthday. You know what he bought me? He bought me a stretch limo. And I have a driver, and a stretch limo drives me everywhere. The other one says, that's nothing. Right? My son, he got me a helicopter. Whenever I got to go visit anybody in the family, I have my own helicopter. The other one says, that's nothing. My son told me he goes to therapy 3 times a week, and all he talks about is me. How much pain and suffering, daddy issues, mommy issues. I didn't feel loved. And meanwhile, the parents were doing everything they could for putting food on the. I'm not talking about dysfunctional parents or mean parents or bad parents. I'm talking about good parents. But they forgot the ikar. They worked hard. They put food on the table, but the kids need a hug, a yummy hug. They need to be told, you're amazing. You're an amazing kid. I am so proud to be your father. And not to let the discipline and the bad stuff that they do cloud and cover up those moments. Right? Right? That's the point. That's what they need. Kvalim shel ahava. Cables of love is not just a card on your birthday. It's not the minimum. It's cables of love. It's attaching your nefesh, nafshay kshura, benafshay. It's deep stuff. We got to learn how to do this. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. Because kids need this. It helps them through the journey of life, through childhood, through teenagehood, right? Through adulthood, young adulthood, and then forever. There are kids, some few people that are blessed with this, even after their parents pass away, they have that image of their parents' love and belief in them that carries them.